morning, everybody, and happy Monday. We are just ending here the month of February. We are still cleaning up open enrollment and all those clients. I'm still getting the calls saying, hey, I don't want to enroll, and they missed the deadline. So we got a lot of things still going for us. I hope everybody took some time off, got their minds back in the game, and are getting ready for kind of a chaotic year. A lot of things have been going on this last week in our area. A few things I'm going to hit today. So get ready for a good year, everybody. So today I'm going to actually talk a little bit about giving your clients options. I know we all have heard the sales philosophies of give them one option and that's going to be their only option. Give them two options, give them the which close. Today we're going to talk about how to give clients options while still closing. It's a kind of an old technique that's been revamped into a newer technique. I've told you we are going to go through some different sales techniques with these Motivation Mondays. So let's start with an Alan Weiss quote. Ask your customers to be part of the solution and don't view them as part of the problem. That's the whole point of this, is getting their buy-in, getting them to pick a solution and let them run with it and let them feel confident, while letting them know the whole concept of that everything is going to work together so they're not sitting there dropping parts of the solution. It's a good technique. It's one that is kind of made by one of my friends, and I got her permission to go through and do this for you guys, so it should be a good one today. So happy Motivation Monday, everybody. There's a few people on the call here who are new. I can see the names here. So we are going to go through a tip of the week. We're going to take a look at our company trends. So what is going on? What is being sold? We'll take a look at who our sales leaders are, and then we're going to jump into that sales technique. Again, the whole point of these calls is to give you between a 15 and 30-minute power punch call for you to get motivated for the week, maybe take away one or two things. Your goal should be to only take away one or two things, and then go out there and use those right away. So taking a look at the tip of the week last week, I know Tammy went through this one with everybody. It is the Emeritus, now available in all 50 states. Super easy quoting, one-stop shop for your clients to quote and purchase the Prime Star Dental and Vision. Out of dental products, that is one that is dear to my heart, and I'm a huge fan of it, and I'm really glad she went over it. I know I've hit this one a few times. If you are not contracted with them, it is ridiculously easy to do. They do have a few new things that went on with the Advantage Plus 2 that offers implant and coverage day one for all services, including ortho. So take a look at this one. It is one of the strongest ones out there. They have been, if you guys remember the old days, they were bought, they have been rebranded, and now they are just going out swinging. So it's a really great company. If you don't have a preferred dental company, this one's in all 50 states. So take a look at it. If you do have questions, though, obviously contact agency services. That is what they're there for, to go through and help you with your contracting needs. So I had my phone slightly blow up when CMS announced this bad boy. So the 12-month ruling officially happened for short term, meaning that the companies are going to start rolling out their 12-month short terms. It's going to be a while, though. Everyone goes, hey, it's super great. When is my quoting engine going to change and we're going to get them? Close, right? So 2/20, it officially happened there. It's part of the fact sheets on there. I added the cms.gov. Go there to take a look at it if you'd like. So they have a 60-day comment period that still has to happen. So they go through, they make these decisions. They talk about it for 60 days and give all companies and all different government agencies 60 days to go and make their comments about it. So they can't make any changes as of yet. The comment period is done April 23rd, so expect some changes coming up there. I would probably say June. So hold tight. There's a lot of things that are going on. This is really great for us out there, saying that we can kind of go back to our old days, if not better than the old days. So hang tight. Just thought we'd bring this one up for the tip of the week this week, that it is changing, so your customers can be on top of that. Let's take a look at our trends. Last week, all of our trends faced really positive. So good job, everybody. So first off, we had an increase there in short-term medical, and it was a huge increase and a huge increase in fixed benefit. So telling me that we're kind of cleaning things up. We should be going up to a little bit of a bump as far as sales go right now. Expect a little bit of a small dive, and then we start another climb until we hit the summer months, which we have about a month or two of slowing down there coming in June traditionally. As far as Medicare goes, which is hopefully why we won't have the slowdown this year, and with everything going on with the short term, we probably won't as well, but we had an increase in Medicare Advantage in the Medicare prescription. Another decrease in Medicare supplements there, which we had a decrease, I know, the week before. And let's talk about this. We had a really great increase in accident sales. We are doing a ton of Healthy America business. As far as it goes with critical illness, CBL, Colorado Bankers Life, for that critical illness, really great product. Not horrible underwriting. If you have a client who is going to have horrible underwriting, though, you go through NatGen for that critical illness. But in dental, we had an increase in dental as well there with NatGen. So let's take a look at our sales leaders here for our limited benefits first. The first one will pop up there. So good job, Katya, taking first as usual. Robert taking second, and then Darren Livermore, congratulations, taking third. Katya led first with NatGen. Robert led second there with VBA, and Darren led third with Pivot. So to let you know that there are so many different carriers out there that you can be successful depending which one works best in the state you are working. Let's do a shout out here for short-term medical. Our leaders on this one. Good job, Richard Stern there taking gold. Katya Santa Maria taking there as usual silver, and then Robert Wolf, congratulations on taking bronze. As everybody knows, the Olympics are basically over. We watched the closing ceremony, so we'll see what happens here. But as far as our Olympic medals go, we did really great. Katya, you came in first there, taking 2 medals. So let's jump here into the sales technique and talk a bit about it. So we usually only give customers 2 options, the old witch close, right? So you have the option 1, option 2, which is going to work best for you. Well, with everything that's going on right now, clients have the ability to shop, right? We are used to shopping online, has become second nature. These past 5 years, online shopping is completely dominated, and as we know, brick and mortar stores are getting killed. Even though there's talk about them coming back, we'll see what happens there. But people are used to shopping for options on Amazon, right? They're used to having, hey, here's an okay product, here's an amazing product, but if you want to spend a little less money, here's a product that might last you a week or 2. So young people are expecting them. We know if we want to make money, those young people who are going out starting businesses. They are saying that, that new upcoming generation does not want to work for a boss. They want to work themselves. Expected to be one of the highest generations of those people who are going to be self-employed. So we can create an idea on what they should get since we are licensed, right? So we're the ones who are sitting there, we're the licensed professionals. We can go through, we can create these ideas for them, but then they get to have the final say in what they want. We're going to give them the products, let them know how it will affect them. And that's kind of the whole thing about this. This is kind of a takeaway sales technique, which I know some people love, some people hate. But doing it, it's really going to go through and say, hey, here's how these products work. Here are how everything, and I'll go through it in a minute here. Here's how these products work. Create a little game plan for them. And you can have, depending on the state, a consistent game plan, right? So you're giving the client options, and you're giving them actually 3 options here. And here, I'll jump to the next page and start giving you guys a little bit of color how this works. So what she does is she says, I have 3 plans, and I tell them flat out, and I make this for them, and I give it to them in an email, and I actually email it to them, which is basically everybody saying, hey, that's red flag. That's a huge, huge, huge red flag. But you know what? She sold $1 million in AV in about 8 months, so I'm not going to argue with her on this one. She knows exactly what she's doing. So she goes, I give them 3 options. I send them an email saying, hey, here's your economy plan, here's your middle of the road plan, here's your platinum plan. I try to keep a lot of the things all similar throughout so that they have an idea on how one product works and how they're going to work together. Okay. She goes, with my economy plan, I have the NatGen short term. I add the NatGen plan enhancer. She works a lot in Florida, so she does the Starmount Dental and Vision, the NatGen critical illness, and the IHC prescription card. So she has these 5 things. There will be more growing, and she goes, this is your economy plan. Like when you're shopping for a car, this might be more of the bottom of the one. This will work. This is basically your base plan, the lowest that we can go. But make sure that she talks all about how they work together. So she goes, usually starts with a 5K short term with that 5K plan enhancer to match it up. She tries to add the SIP riders if at all possible. Adding the Starmount Dental and Vision, because that is a really good product there in the state of Florida. The NatGen critical illness, and she tries to give them the lowest amount, the 25K, because she wants to make sure that if they get into an accident, that their bills will be covered. And the plan enhancer on the base amount, what's that, 19 bucks? Starmount Dental and Vision, another $19. That critical illness, depending what it is, $25 to $50, and then the RX card. So really, she goes, this is your economy plan. This is what we're going to work. Now, the middle of the road, which is, the great one, the one that, that she kind of wants them to go towards. She goes, the middle of the road here, that has the NatGen Foundation Health. She'll explain how that works. Goes back through the short term, gives them the plan enhancer, the Starmount dental vision, and the NatGen critical illness. Keep in mind, when we talked about earlier, that you have to have a sentence or two in your head on what each product does. When she emails this out to the client, it actually will have a one sentence under it. Foundation plan gives fixed benefits when going into a hospital. Short-term base plan, has the deductible, the co-insurance, that kind of concept. Plan enhancer helps pay for your max out of pocket when you're getting into an accident, goes through, we know dental and vision works, and critical illness. The whole thing is, with this middle of the road, there's a mindset going on with the customers, right? Nobody wants to, if they can help it, get the economy plan, right? You say, yeah, I'm working with clients and they're very cheap. I get that. Clients want to save money, but this is giving them a visual of not only the, you can see the financial savings, but it's really saying, hey, if you're stepping down, you're actually stepping down in your own personal savings. You're stepping down in your own personal financial security. So it gives them a visual of an intangible sale into financial security, right? People will naturally want to pick the middle. It's just the way people work. People would love to get the best. You are going to get those people who say, I only do the best, and they jump to the platinum plan. And then once while you're going to get people who do the economy, but you're giving them options and you're making sure that you get A, the supplement sales, but B, that they're fully covered, that they have what they need when the big what if happens. And her platinum plan, and I'll give you guys a comparison side to side really quick. The Manhattan Life there, which is a little bit more expensive, the NatGen short-term plan enhancer, Starmount, the NatGen critical illness, and the IHCRX card. So one thing she does is she breaks it down on how all of them are going to work on 7 things. Okay, her 7 things will be the deductible and co-insurance, so the big stuff. Second one would be the doctor visits, which we know is short term, it's deductible co-insurance, but the Manhattan Life will give them money for that. The ER, prescriptions, the network, wellness, and blood work. Those are the 7 things. So it's the big stuff: deductible co-insurance, doctor visits, ER, prescription, network, wellness, and blood work. So as she walks through it, the big stuff she'll start with and explains how the NatGen and the Manhattan Life will work. The plan enhancer jumps in, and the critical illness. So on doctors, this is how it's going to work. You go to the doctor, take your card there using the Aetna Open Choice PPO network on the NatGen short term. We're going to go through back and file the claim there with the Manhattan Life, and it's going to wind up this way. So she literally walks through those 7 things because those are the 7 things her clients care about. Obviously, if your client brings up something specific, they'll add in the 8th. Doing this option, and here's actually an example of kind of one of the things she does email out. Keep in mind that she would have ones with it. Look at that. So side by side by side, not that bad. Not bad at all. We can even do it taking a look at a price. I believe this is for like a 35-year-old in the state of Florida here. So nothing too scary. You're giving the clients options here and letting them pick. Yeah, and you're saying, hey, but they're individual and your client may take things off. Not if you divide it like this. So if they say, hey, you know what, maybe I don't want that prescription card. Well, you told me earlier that you take prescriptions. This is one of the things. If you take it off, you're actually not going to get any benefits for it. So there's really no point of even having an economy plan at that point. So it's a very big takeaway sales technique. The whole point is that your client has to understand how each plan works and that you are telling those stories and intermixing them together. So if they say, humans' natural tendency, maybe take one thing away, I get it, but this is what you're going to lose. So here's the packages, here's the prices, completely doable, easy sales process. Here's a few tips on it as far as it goes. If you can, try to give them the NatGen Hospital Expense to Plan 1. So that AHCP, if you're not selling those, take a look. That helps pay for the doctor visits. It helps give them a cash benefit if they're going in. Use the takeaway tactic to show them what they will lose out if they choose a lower tier plan. So if you're going back and you're trying to take a look, you want your client to do middle of the road because we know that is going to be the best for them in almost every situation. The best for them if they say, you know what, I don't want the foundation health. Okay, I get that. We can not do the foundation health, but here's going to be your trade-offs on that. So you don't have to go in. The nice thing about the sales technique is you don't have to have that big hammer. You don't have to worry about trying to close them as hard as possible. You give them the options to pick which one that they would like, and then they can walk forward with it. So it's kind of what those younger people are used to doing as far as shopping styles go. So it's just adjusting the sales technique to match their shopping styles. And then the last one here is don't be afraid of silence. This is one of the things that makes this so complex is that A, you're emailing it out, so they have to be in front of their computer. B, that they got all these options. And you know what? They take a minute or two to understand. Absolutely they do. So don't be afraid of silence. Let them do the talking in it. You know, you want your clients to repeat back, okay, so the foundation health, yeah, so it pays for the doctor visit, so how do you think that's going to work for you? And let them talk. That's the whole point of the sales technique, is to use the silence and use takeaway tactics, which for us in sales is actually fun. So if you have any questions or you want a copy of this, I'll tell you it will be on YouTube as far as it goes tomorrow on the AHCP Sales YouTube channel. But if you want a copy, do email training@ahcpsales.com. And let's end with a pretty good quote here. When you treat customers right, they come back and they tell others. So that's kind of powerful. When you treat customers right, they come back and they tell others. If you do have questions or comments or want any help with this, feel free to email there, training@ahcpsales.com. But if not, have a great Monday, and I will see you next week.